I'm Barb Sirakis, and this is the end of summer, the year 2009, and we're sitting here in a beautiful park in Upper Harlem, and I'm asked to compose my thoughts on conceiving some kind of words of wisdom for the next generation. And I have to say that's really a big, tall order and a huge responsibility. And it's funny because with my son, who's now 7, I give him little words of advice sort of on a daily basis. Most of them having to do with manners and good etiquette and writing thank you notes and how to sit at the table, during dinner, and how to greet someone and shake their hand when you meet them, and all these things. And so I think life lessons are lessons that you encounter in everyday events, in the very pedestrian things. So I suppose I feel honored to be asked to do this, to address two beautiful girls. My goodness, I'm not quite sure I know what to say, except I think, one of the most important lessons I've learned, and this came later in life, was from someone who I worked with in Milwaukee. This was a Polish fellow who was born just after World War II, and he came from a Jewish-Polish family, grew up in Europe, migrated a lot, and we used to have lunch together. We were both working at a hospital. He was a doctor, and I was a researcher, an assistant researcher, I suppose. And we would have lunch together. And he said, one of the best things we can do is celebrate life on a daily basis. So everything he did was sort of filled with, let's make it as beautiful as we can make it. Let's even if it's a sausage and cheese and some old bread and whatever, make sure that you break bread and share it with people whom you want to be with. And even if you're not with people whom you know and love, turn everything into a daily celebration. And I loved that. I just loved that. Why not celebrate life? It's the only thing we get. It's the only thing we have. And why shouldn't every day be terrific? And it doesn't have to be fancy or elaborate, but just the very sweetnesses of intimate relationships and friendship. And so, there's so much we could say, but that's sort of the thing that just sort of jumps into my head, that, life is to be celebrated on a daily basis. So thank you. Mwah.